Still talking through the phone. Won't talk through the headset.
Oh shit, JayTech is winning a championship. Better run.
Turn my TV on mute. There we go. Test out all possible tests. Let's see. Hello? Okay. Hello. Sounds like it's coming through the headset now. Well, that's better. Let's test this out. Let's see how it looks. Hello? Hello? Much better. Much, much better. Okay. What's going on, Arcane, Raph? Hello? Another Raph. Okay. Just trying to get a few things situated. So it looks like my headset is working with the phone. Don't know what I did but something changed. That's a good thing. Okay, I wanted to get this banner up. We're gonna use a new banner. Very simple. It's a placeholder until I can find somebody to make me a good banner, good graphic designer. Okay, we're gonna use that one. Everything else looks good. Cool. Now let's get some people in here. Okay, here we go. Where's Fatal Mephisto? There you go. Damn, fuck that up. Okay, Lincoln's coming soon. Don't know where Sam is. Um, I'm gonna go over get some of these topics set up. I wanted to get this one up. Okay, Fatal can't make it. And Adam is on Days Gone. Don't think he's gonna be joining today. Should be a short one. Hopefully 40 to an hour. Okay. After all these years, GameSpot, they have horrible, horrible connection. Okay. Well, that sucks. Okay. This one is still here. I forget which one is me. Okay, this one. Okay, the one's not talking. Cool. Not there. Okay. Screen share. Everything looks good. All that looks good. Well, that's gonna be good for today.
What's up, fam?
What's going on, man? It's me and you for right now. I'm waiting for. I'm not sure if Adam's coming today
Mm-hmm.
because he got Days Gone.
Oh,
So
he got the game.
yeah, he finally got the game. Let
Oh,
me
so
go
he
check.
he wants to
He's been
dedicate the day to playing the game.
no, he's dedicated the whole time to playing the game, bro. He's been on that game nonstop.
Well,
Uh,
in a
he's
sense,
on Call of Duty. He's on Call of Duty today. That's
okay.
the Days Gone.
Well, to some degree, I can't blame him because
Fucking game's
when
good.
Blood and Truth releases at midnight tomorrow night,
You gotta be on that
um,
shit.
you ain't joking. Like,
I'm gonna be watching. I'm
yeah,
off tomorrow, so I'm gonna be watching.
okay, yeah. As soon as it strikes
Um,
midnight, I'll be streaming it.
so I wanted to talk about some major developments. So last generation, the PlayStation Move came out, which you use for your VR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we took a game from Nintendo last gen, and that was No More Heroes 1, right? Due to the fact that we had the motion control. Now, they also allowed you to play with your normal controller, and the same thing just now happened. No More Heroes Part 2 is coming to the PS4 and PC. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to have VR support. It's probably might still include allow you to use the PlayStation Move controllers to hack and slash. But this was very, very huge news over this weekend. Because ain't nobody see it coming. The developers seem like they really like Nintendo, but what I've been saying for a long time, PS4 getting to 100 million is very big news. That is going to be the biggest news that comes out of E3. It's not going to be anything Xbox does, anything the PC or Nintendo does. It's going to be PlayStation getting to 100 million and everybody knowing they want their game to get some money before next gen. So Travis Strikes Again, sorry, is coming out on the PC and PS4. It has been confirmed for Steam for the PC and of course everywhere on the PS4, physical, and from what I'm also hearing, digital. No, now Heroes Paradise also came out on a 360. If anybody didn't know, so it was a Wii exclusive, and then it came out on a PS3 and 360 last gen. So, the developer again. Who's that?
Big money.
Oh, that's Big
Hey,
Money.
hey,
Okay,
what's up?
what's
What's up,
going
y'all?
on, Big Money?
What's up,
I
man?
don't know where Sam is, but I try to contact him if I can. I don't know. It's in the podcast. I mean, he's in the party chat, so I don't know. I don't see him
Oh,
talking.
okay.
Yeah. But what's going on, Big Money?
Oh, not much, man. How y'all doing?
Not much. We should be in and out, maybe 40 minutes to an hour. We have a lot of
Okay.
topics. Yeah, I was talking about another big strike. In the, Another one came over to PC and PS4. They lost Octopath Traveler, which was a very, very big exclusive from them for Square Enix. That went over to PC. I'm hearing is coming to PS4 by the end of the year. And now No More Heroes Part 2 came over. It's coming over to PC and PS4. This
Yeah.
week, the news broke this weekend. I'm excited because I did like No More Heroes 1, but I wanted it to be better. So hopefully this one will be a lot better. But big news right there. Also other big news is Neo. Did either one of you guys get an invite?
Nope. I'm
No.
mad as hell over that one too,
They
man.
do have a black guy. Why didn't fucking shit? I
Like
didn't
you
know they
say,
had a
an invite for Neil.
yeah,
Yeah, Neo too.
the
Did they
baby
send it? Did they send the invite through
email.
email?
Yeah, they
See, I
sent it
don't
through.
check my emails that much. I should though, because periodically Sony will send those $10 vouchers for the PlayStation Store.
This game looks really good, but their video's not doing us justice. Let's see if we can go hop on over to I got a placeholder thumbnail for the Legion podcast hangout for now on. So that's how
Uh-huh.
it's gonna look. I want it to look better, so I'm gonna try to find a graphic designer that I can pay to get us a new logo.
Yeah.
But as of right now, that's what we're gonna deal with. I think it looks all right. Neo
Yeah, look all right.
2.
You got an idea of what you want it to look like before you hired this designer?
I wanted to have the PlayStation symbols, right? And I also wanted to have a good font for Legion. And I still want the PlayStation logo to be there also.
Yeah.
That's what I want. And hopefully I don't want to keep putting the PS4 because we're almost to the PS5. So I wanted to clearly be inclusive to every type of PlayStation gamer. So I
Yeah.
don't think we're gonna put a system underneath, but I do want the logo to be good. I've got some fonts, and I've got a website that has good fonts, so I might just do it myself. But this was quick.
Mm.
This was just took about 20 minutes to put together, and I just said, "Hey, I got an alternate version too, but I didn't know you
You
could
ever
pick
heard
a."
of that guy called Graphic God?
Yeah. I think I heard of him.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about
I got
well,
no graphic
because
guy.
I go ahead, go ahead.
It was that other guy that did my logo. He was an Xbox guy though. You know
Oh,
my profile picture? Yeah, he did it. The guy
oh,
that did
okay.
J Dub's picture.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Neo. I don't want to see Rad Brad play this game. I don't want to. So I wanted to ask you guys a question, right? Because I got a lot of time on my hand between today and tomorrow. Should I hook up my capture card device and try to capture some Neo gameplay?
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt if you got the time. If you ain't
That's what
doing
I'm.
Okay,
anything.
okay. You know what? It's a good thing that you brought that up. You talking about like an Elgato or something like that?
Yeah, I have
The
everything
hook
ready.
up to your PlayStation
I
to
have the Elgato and
to
everything.
show to like show your image or something on the screen along with the gameplay.
Oh no, just show the gameplay. I want to, like, I'm seeing everybody else is posting gameplay, but I didn't know that they had an embargo for it. I didn't know you could do
Damn,
this.
do that?
Oh, you asking if you should take a chance in?
Yeah, because we're looking at it right. Are you guys looking at the screen?
Oh man, I would have
Yeah,
to.
I can see it flashing in and out a little bit. I'm looking at the screen now.
No, I'm feeling like not take a chance.
I'm
I mean,
feeling not to
what
do
would
that.
happen to you if what would happen to you if Sony were the or whoever were to claim the video?
That's what I'm saying. But we got people like GameSpot and everybody like posting it up. Like, it's kind of
Maybe
weird.
it's a certain amount of time you can have up there, because a
No,
lot of times they don't care if you got like 15 seconds worth of gameplay on there.
4-hour live stream. I don't know. They haven't taken any of this down. I mean, they want the publicity, but sometimes there are some games that block stuff, like Persona, right? Persona, if you get your Elgato or any capture device and you play the game and you put it on YouTube, they can't take it down. They won't take it down. But they have a block on everything that is Persona on Persona 5. That's why if you never saw me play it, except for like one time in the very beginning of the game, they don't block anything. But other than that, after that part, they block everything. Pictures, live streams, videos, everything. You can't capture nothing. So I don't know if they did this by a mistake or whatever. But the game looks dope, man. It really, really looks dope. I didn't even know they had these damn presets. I swear I did not know they had these presets.
Hey, you know what confuses me about that? When they do a closed beta like that, but they still let people play the game on
they want
YouTube.
people to know about this game. I know they do. So it's kind of weird that you would close it off in this way. I mean, but I'm hearing a lot of people got invited that didn't even sign up. So
Yeah, that's I don't. That right there, that's what made, because I was like, I wonder how they do that, how they set that up, because me and my friend LB, we're one of the main people that talked about that game a lot, and we played that game religiously. But I guess they're not worried about people like us because they know we're gonna buy the game anyway. But it's strange how they send. I wonder how they do that process of setting up who they gonna send the closed beta to. Cause
damn right,
I
big
just,
money.
yeah, I'm mad as hell. Like, man, I played that game religiously. Like, bought all the DLC. Like,
so
god
Sam,
damn.
they seem to have a black character model in this game. Pretty hyped about that, female and male.
Can't you make whatever you want, pretty much?
Oh no. They have presets. The other like face hair, facial hair, makeup, scars, etc. Body, voice. Voice is deep. You know, some games your main character doesn't have a damn voice at all. They really went all out for part 2. And yokai form. I don't know what yokai form is. Maybe that's what you look like if you get
Well,
in.
that was the big demon you would be fighting in the
Okay,
first one.
so they allow you to customize the form of what you would look like when you're in yokai form. They seem to have a lot of customizations. I expect this game to do very well. The reason why I'm so happy that at least Son of Sam could be here. I don't know where Adam's at. I think he's playing Call of Duty. He might pop in later. I want to get your opinion on this. This is for Boca Loca, and this is also for Big Money. The game sold 0.5 million, right? As of February of this year. I would say that's pretty bad because it came out 2 years prior. right? And it went to the PC sometime last year or something like that. They were supposed to also buy the game because, of course, you guys know the Port Beggars videos I've done. They really wanted the game. I have tons of proof that they were begging for the game. The game came out.
What was the budget for the game?
They got the complete edition for $50. It was not a $60 game on Steam. So I wanted to know, do you think the developer of Neo, and Neo 2, of course, understood that their market is more with PlayStation, and besides the point that they eventually brought it over to Steam late, that they're going to do the same exact thing because their market is over on PlayStation for this game?
You know what, man? First, let me say this about this game. The game came out 2 years ago, and to me, the game looked amazing to me. But to me, this is just me. Maybe something wrong with me. I keep thinking that every time I see the gameplay for this game, man, it looks exactly the same. And I'm talking about just far as the graphics. I'm not talking about far as the moves and anything like that, because I see they have new moves in the game. But
okay, I will debate you for 80 hours. I just don't have that time. But I'm gonna change the resolution to my phone to do 4K, the highest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna take a good picture of it. I'm gonna take a multiple good picture. Me
Jay,
personally, on my TV,
go
I can
ahead.
see these graphics look a step up from what
They look a step up, but Jay,
as
look,
far
we
as
was
and everything. Now
go
I
ahead,
haven't got out into, but as far as the face and stuff, it looks a lot better.
That's the thing. Like, we was having this conversation the other day, man. Like, in 2 years, I was having the exact same discussion with my boy LB, and he was saying the same thing that you was saying, that it looks amazing and it looks better. To me, it looked like a polished version of the first game. I don't see any, especially in 2 years, man. In 2 years, I just don't see that game making that crossover to where the game, because I looked at a lot of like, damn, what's that one guy name? He play a lot of, he do a lot of stuff on Twitch. He got what the fuck is that guy name? Well, he was one of the guys that got the closed beta, and he said the same thing that I said. Wait a minute, what you say?
Was it Man versus Game?
No, not Man versus Game. The other guy, he wear glasses. He play a lot of fighting games.
Gotcha. I'm thinking Maximilian.
Yeah, Max.
There
If you go look at that video, man, he said the exact same thing that I said. The game, the moves and everything look amazing, but it looks exactly the same as the first game to me. Now it's polished up, but I just don't see how they took that game within 2 years and changed it into anything else, man. They used a lot of.
All I'm gonna say, I'm gonna defend this game only with these two things. It's an alpha, right? First of all, so we gotta understand it's an alpha.
Okay.
Is it going to be enhanced anyway, though, for PS5?
The developer is not known for the best graphics. Again, this isn't a Sony exclusive. This is from Koei Tecmo. They normally do like the Dynasty Warriors big level games. For them to do a smaller linear game, which of course they have open world elements to this game, it's different for them. So again, they're not going to be on the level of some of the best games where you get a sequel and it looks a lot better than the first.
And Jay, you know what? I don't even want it to be. I don't want it to be on that level. I do want it to look different than the first game. I just don't like. If you go look at something like God of War 1, and then you go to God of War 2. God of War 2 don't look exactly like God of War 1. In the same, you can say for God of War 3. Maybe it's the difference in between platforms. But like I was listening to something that you were saying, Booker, look like damn, I can't call you Buka Luka. Sam, I was listening to what you was just saying. I cannot call you Buka Luka, man. Sam, the thing about it was like when you just said about is it gonna look different for the PS5. Now that I think is what a middleman is going to be at. Now I'm gonna sit and wait and hold my judgment on that. But far as I can see with this closed beta, and I looked at like maybe 10 hours worth of gameplay. Everything else it just looked exactly the same as the first game. Like I said, maybe something wrong with me, but to me, it just looks like the same game to me, Jay. It just looks because I played that game religiously.
You know what? Look, I'm not gonna disagree that the game might not be a step up, but I'm looking at the face of the character model that I'm about to go with, the black guy, and I could see they put a lot more detail into it.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go collect some armor and see what the other weapons look like, but I know it's a step up as far as gameplay. And I think when you think of like Dark Souls and shit, Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2, yeah, there's some differences, but some people don't see a big step up. And at that point, all the gamer really does want is a different direction in gameplay. As far as this game and what we saw in the trailer, you're gonna get a level of gameplay that's completely different than the part 1. And that's what I can't wait for. But I'm glad that it's coming out. You know, I definitely believe this game is coming to the PC. I just don't believe it's coming to the PC 1 because they didn't support part 1. And I think the developer is right to do that. Capitalize on the market and on a community that the game your game, and then everybody else comes afterwards. I do want to know if
you see them having that for about a year.
I see it between 6 months to a year. Though that's normally how the contracts work. They could do it because 3 months because the first game came over, and you know people already know. But we've had some weird things going on, like Activision, for example. Crash Bandicoot went to every platform, right? But Crash Bandicoot Go-Kart, the Go-Kart game coming out next month, it's not going to PC. And Spyro the Dragon, by the same people, Activision, that's only on Xbox and PS4. It didn't go to PC. It didn't go to Nintendo Switch. You know, so, you know, even though one developer put that one game, Crash Bandicoot, on everybody else's platform, it doesn't mean that they'll do that with each and every one of their other games. If it doesn't look like there's a market, get over there. You know, I wouldn't see them wasting their money. Again, PS4 is about to get to 100 million. Some developers might make a decision to make a game exclusive, or at least the timed exclusive until next year when the hype dies down. But 100 million consoles sold is going to mean a lot of dollar signs in the eyes of these third-party and second-party developers. They have a deep relationship with PlayStation. But
when do you think this game might come out?
Yeah, it's a gray area between July and August.
Ooh, that's soon.
July, August, September at the latest. Other than that, it'll get delayed. It can't go up against anything in October or November. No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I've been saying the same about a lot of the games we talk about. Because it can't go, some of these games can't hold a candle to what's coming out in October. Do I believe they're going to be bad? No. You know, remember Days Gone got delayed, but the games that it got delayed for weren't as good as what Days Gone is. You know, so sometimes you delay a game and it's really no threat. Hey, sometimes you got the balls and you release it, and you end up winning. So I don't know. We got Assassin's Creed or whatever Ubisoft is working on. Maybe a new Watch Dogs supposed to be coming out this year. A new Call of Duty coming out this year. Madden, wrestling, hockey, basketball. You know, the normal stuff that you normally get. I don't know if Cyberpunk is coming out this year. I mean, I'm not 100% sold on the game, but I know it's a new IP from them, and I'm excited to test this out, see if they got deep customizations in this one. So I'm excited.
Did you like the first game they put out? Did you like, well, not the first game, but
Witcher?
Did you like The Witcher? Yeah.
No, I didn't like
You
that.
never beat it.
No, I didn't beat it. I traded it back in like the week after that. It was 2 weeks, maybe 1 week.
That is a perfect anti-SJW game right there, man. I'm telling you. Like
What about
one of these days, you just got to go back to it.
Cyberpunk, good.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about any of them, man.
I think Cyberpunk look like it's going to be. Well, I'm anticipating it. I like the games. I played The Witcher. I didn't play the first two, but I played the third one, and I like the third one a lot.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I got the first one on my PC,
Okay.
but like it's
No,
totally different, right?
I think I can use my headset with the phone for Google Plus. I don't know what I did. I think I backed out of the chat or I muted myself or whatever. Something happened, and now I can talk with my headset, my Turtle Beach, on my phone. It's stupid. Yeah, the computer shit's still not working, by the way. Like Google's stupid, man. Just really.
Yeah, because The Witcher, the first two games were predominantly on the PC. Am I right, Sam?
Yeah, the playstyle was different too. Like my friend was telling me, don't even like bother with the first one unless they remake it because it's pretty outdated.
Oh, okay.
Like the third one is by far the most modern one in terms of like gameplay and everything else.
But I think Cyberpunk, it's a rumor out there too, Jay, that Cyberpunk after E3, I think they're supposed to be showing some more gameplay at E3, and it's a rumor out there that they're going to have a demo.
Yeah. No, I think they might have a Xbox, PC, PlayStation demo, but as far as we know right now, the playable demo that was scheduled for the show floor is not going to be out. I'm hearing also the same rumors we talked about last weekend, where it seems like Final Fantasy VII is getting a playable demo on the show floor as well as on PSN. That's another game I wanted to talk about.
Oh, that's going to be big right there. Oh, God, I can't wait for that.
Be a multi-plat when it comes out because Square Enix has made the moves of putting every Final Fantasy game on everybody's platform, right? So I don't see why somebody should waste any money putting Final Fantasy, like getting a contract for Final Fantasy VII. You know, I think Sony's focusing their money, no matter how much they're making compared to other console competitors, their money should be focused on their first-party studios. If Square Enix's decision is to put their game on every platform, don't hold them back from doing that. They have to learn the tough way where their market is.
Please protect me.
So,
hey, who is it? Y'all hear that in the background?
there's nothing we can do. But
I think it's Lincoln.
That's my son playing Pavlov on the Oculus.
Oh, it's all right.
It sounded like somebody was at a hospital or something.
Nah, he get a little excited when he played the game.
Oh, he playing the
Blood
virtual
and truth,
reality
Lincoln, day one, baby.
What's that, Big Money?
I said he playing the virtual reality.
Yeah, he came across Pavlov and some of these modded maps that's got like Minecraft maps and some knockoff Call of Duty maps on there, and he been playing it the whole weekend nonstop.
Yeah. I mean, you know what I was thinking about right quick, Jay. Well, Lincoln, I was thinking to myself, like, E3 will be a great time, even though we know Sony said they're not going to be there. That would be a great time for them to whatever VR vision they have for the next couple of years. It would be a great time for them to they don't even have to be there. Do one of those shows like they did with the State of Play and go more in depth in the future of their plans for VR. That would be a great fucking time for them to do that. I know they have something like that planned later, or maybe later on this year, but E3 would be a great place for them to do that at.
I put it this way, Big Money. Whether it was going to be VR or flat screen games, my initial thought was that Sony was going to do some sort of State of Play, some sort of like Nintendo Direct, something similar to that during Microsoft's E3 to try to fuck everything up. You know what I mean? Because I was almost certain that Sony was going to try to do something to disrupt Microsoft's E3, just like they did with that Inside Xbox episode last month.
See, this is another thing. I'm on N4G. This is so random. It's such a big coincidence. You guys are talking about E3, and there's already an article wondering if there's going to be a state of play for June. We already know it's not. They said months later, and they had one in May, right? They had one already in May. So they have things to talk about. I'm hearing a major rumor coming out that Kojima is going to show a new trailer of Death Stranding next week. This will be the week before the first week of June.
When do you think they're doing their own PlayStation? That's pretty much been all but confirmed according to all these rumors I've been reading.
That they're doing a PlayStation event?
Yeah, dude, they're revealing the console, the big three, Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, and the other one, Death Stranding. And then they're gonna give 3 other announcements along with it. The dude who released the Call of Duty news leaked it.
Bring it back. Be quiet for 3 months, 4 months of this year. Announce you're bringing it back, bro. Look, everything needs to be synced up with the announcement that the PS4 has sold 100 million. That landmark is happening in June. Okay, remember, March, the PS4 was sitting at 96.8 million. We've already passed the month of April. The month of May is pretty much over next week. Do you guys believe that each month the PS4 could sell 1 million worldwide? I believe it could sell more than that.
Shit, if they put the thing on sale for $200 and throw
as is right now, the month of April, the month of March, being realistic.
Just 300?
Do you think that
Jay, you know what, Jay, I can't
1 million.
Like I think I have to go with Lincoln on this one. I don't see them doing that at the recent price, but if they do go down to 200, it will sell just like that. Because the only thing that's pushing sales right now is Days Gone. The only thing that's really pushing PlayStation 4 sales right now is Days Gone. Now, I'm not saying that this is an unreasonable price, but I really do think he hit a note right there. Lincoln hit a note. If they go to 200, that fucking thing will sell and they do it with a bundle. If they do that 200 with a bundle, even if they do that for maybe 2 or 3 months, it will hit 100 million in no time.
Where are they sitting at right now?
They got to be sitting they got to be sitting at least 97 point something. Because they was at 96.8.
For the sake of making my point easier, let's say they sitting on 98 million and they put the PS2 on sale for $200 for say 2 weeks. Whatever they short, I would think they're gonna hit 100 during that 2 week span.
Yes.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. This is an important week. This is a very important week. This is the first week right before June. This is the last week before June. The last week of May before June. Right? Mm-hmm. Again, I'm saying, do you guys believe in the month of April and the month of May that PS4 has sold 1 million in each one of those months worldwide? Yeah. Or do you believe that they sold 1 million both of those months combined? Because all they need is 1 million, 2 million
worldwide.
No, they need
worldwide.
They need 2.2 million. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When worldwide, you look at the VG charts numbers, these estimated numbers over in Europe alone, they was like averaging anywhere from 150 to 250,000 units a week over in the UK alone, and they was hitting anywhere from 60,000 to maybe 80,000 a week here in North America. So hitting 1 million in 1 month is easy, even if the console don't go on sale.
Hey man, you know what I was thinking, guys, that maybe it's me, but do you think Sony need to come up with a different kind of strategy for Japan? Because we all know that the mobile game has become real strong over there. And I really think Sony, well, we already know Microsoft is nothing in Japan. They not even a say-so in Japan. But I was thinking to myself, that's a market they need to invest in again, because the console sales over there, like every year, keep dipping real bad. I mean, these are not just dipping from 100% to 98%. It's like dipping from 100% to damn near 60%. And I'm thinking, like, should they reinvest in over there in Japan?
I think that Japan has strayed away from consoles and maybe them want to stay home. You get what I'm saying? And Nintendo is a very, very heavy competitor with the way of life in Japan. People are on the go. People are moving. People are out in Japan. And Nintendo has been there for them for many, many years. With the Nintendo Switch, they definitely been. So we're talking about two years plus now that the Switch has been out, and they doing what they supposed to do, bro. Just like the 3DS was doing, just like the DS was doing. You know, they were gaining ground to the point that, do I believe Sony could be competitive with a Nintendo console? Yes, but Sony can't be competitive with a Nintendo handheld. And no matter what people want to say about the Switch in Japan is looked at as a handheld. We can clearly all agree by the way that it's selling over there. Have you looked at any of the other handhelds that came out, including the Vita in Japan, including PSP in Japan? They sold like hotcakes. Again, they like to be on the move over there. They love handhelds over there. So I don't think Sony should, like kind of freak out or anything about that in Japan, unless Nintendo brings out a new console, a home console with no portable capabilities, and then they go head to head again like the good old days, and then Nintendo kicks their ass in Japan with a home console. That's when I say PlayStation should be worried and they need to invest heavily in Japan. But we're looking at a Switch that can't do games like Final Fantasy VII Remake or games like Monster Hunter. And as you can see, those games are doing big numbers. So right now, I would tell them no. Focus on PS5, see what Nintendo's going to do for their next generation, because they're going to have to make a more powerful system. They are going to be left behind. But no, I think Microsoft should leave Japan permanently and stop going over there. They're wasting their time and money.
Yeah, they're just getting third-party games pretty much, right? They're not doing anything from an exclusive standpoint.
Who are you talking about?
Microsoft, or whatever Phil does on his karaoke trips over there.
Americanized Japanese games, and they're not the worst kinds, but hey, you're getting Jump Force. Jump Force was horrible.
Hey, Jay, I'm looking at VG charts right now, and it looks like I might have to walk back a little bit on some of those numbers that I threw out there. The week of May 11th, in North America, that they sold almost 49,000 units. Over in Europe, that's where I was like way off. They sold almost 83,000 units. They sold a little over 13,000 in Japan, and globally they did 177,000. So when you look at that, I know they gonna have some up and down weeks, whatever. But if that number is any indication, then we might be looking at about close to 700,000 for a month based on those numbers. So putting the console on sale would easily tip it over 1 million.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, Lincoln. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, but what I was going to add to that is that we know that, like, when 2019 started, we assumed that the heavy hitters that was going to come out in 2019 is Days Gone, which we've already gotten, Death Stranding, The Last of Us 2, and Ghost of Tsushima. Shit's swirling around about the other games, but there are people out there that think that those games aren't going to come next year because they might be console launches for the PS5. If that be the case, then now is the perfect time to go ahead and put the PlayStation on sale, because even though Days Gone is a great game,
and that's where we get to this announcement. What is the thing called? Come on, guys. Is it called Days of Play? Is it called Days of Play? It's called Days of Play, right? Days of Play.
But
I'm
you
about
know
to go
what?
share. I'm about to share my screen real quick. I want us to go over this. It's important to study because we study this. We study when they came out with the Days of Play last year, year before, and the year before that. We can basically pinpoint that is. I think it's this week. I think it's this week because Days of Play always runs through E3, and then by the end of June they announce a fucking milestone of sales. So you guys are all probably right. Where is the share?
Yeah, that's why like because I
You
don't know
guys
if you
see
remember
this?
this. Yeah,
Okay, let me.
well, it ain't showing up yet on the screen. Yeah,
Is this
like Lincoln,
showing up
I
now?
remember.
If you remember, Jay, if you want
you
everybody
think?
to see this, so
Shut
it
up.
doesn't only pop up when you talk, make sure to go down there and highlight it. You know, where your name is at, where you're showing it, and
Is
click.
it? Do
And
you
it'll
see it
Yeah, because
now?
it only shows on your avatar. It's only on your avatar. It's not showing across the whole screen.
Okay. What do you see now?
We just see your thing. It's just showing us. It's just the avatar.
Okay, so
Okay. Well, I'm watching it through YouTube, and it's okay.
is it showing it now?
Yeah, that's what I'm watching through YouTube too. It's just showing us
Stay on
on the
my
screen.
phone. Yeah.
Now it's doing that computer thing where it's showing like multiple images of us.
Okay, is it better now? Wait until it loads up.
All right.
Okay, yeah, there it is. It's
You see?
doing it.
Okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's doing it good.
Last year was between June 8th and 18th. So if they announce it this week, right? And then they make it a little earlier. They might make it a little earlier. We're looking. What the fuck is up with my fucking shit? Why is my shit Japanese?
Is this coming up here? This Days of Play. This is coming up.
Yeah,
Days of Play.
it's
Yeah, they
June
are
8th to 18th.
the system already.
Now that could be
June 8th will be Saturday this year, and the 18th will be a Tuesday. The 1st of June is a Saturday as well. So they could announce it this week. I wouldn't. I mean, and then have it run from the 2nd of June to the fucking 12th of June or some shit like that. I don't know.
Hey, Lincoln, what do you think? Do you think maybe it can do this? Maybe they can, instead of going 200, maybe having going to 250
That's
and
what it went
bundle it
to.
in with Days Gone.
It went to 250 this year. The year that Neo, Horizon Zero Dawn, and MLB The Show 2017 came out, it was at 250 for the Golden Slim. So that year it ran through June 9th to June 17th. So it did go low. I would expect it to go low this year too.
My thinking is shit. I mean, didn't they do that Spider-Man PS4? You know, when they gave a copy of Spider-Man, that was $200.
It was?
Was it?
Wasn't it, or was it not?
I can't remember.
Know.
I can't remember that.
See, last year's PS4, I didn't really like that one. Last year's PS4 was only 300, but it looked good, you know. But this year, it definitely should be 200 or at least 250. 250 at the lowest.
I do think that maybe that blue limited edition PS4, which I don't necessarily care for it. I don't think it's ugly, but it doesn't do anything for me. I think they should knock it down to 250 for this sale, you know, because unless the plan is to entice people to drop the extra $50 and get a Pro.
Hey, Lincoln, this year, I don't know how long it's going to take to load. That's what it looks like this year. That black one.
Yeah.
Gray. That's what it looks like this year. It's a very cheap design. I would love for that to be 200.
What about that steel colored one that they showed on State of Play or whatever?
That's the one I'm talking about.
This one right here. This is supposed to be the steel gray one?
Yeah, this is the one for this year's State of Play.
Okay.
Hey, do y'all think this could be the last limited edition console they put out before they put out the I'm thinking the same thing.
I think it all depends on whether they release one more of those games this year, like maybe Death Stranding or The Last of Us. If they release one more of those,
Yeah,
games
you're right.
this year, then we'll see one more console to go
Yeah,
with it.
you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, if they
And
do come out
also,
with one of those games this year,
I
yeah.
believe we should be looking forward to a Super Slim. That one will be confirmed to be $200, and then maybe they can mark down the normal Slim to, I don't know, 250 permanently, and then you put the PS4 Pro at 350 permanently.
Yeah, because they need to come down with that
Yeah, they need
that
to come down
pro.
everything by $50.
Yeah, they need to come down on that pro.
Yeah, but God, they make it hard to how am I trying to say this? Eventually I would have broken down and gotten a pro, whether I wouldn't have, whenever the moment struck me, I would have jumped up and bought a PlayStation Pro because they just got way too many games that look better than anything you see over on the Xbox side. Just so many great games, and all of them just look amazing on what is perceived to be weaker hardware. I mean, I think Detroit Become Human is the best looking game I've ever seen on console or PC.
Because you know what, when the Pro came out, man, I was one of the first early adopters, man. As soon as that thing came out, I came and got it. I know a lot of people wasn't on
When did
board
you
with
buy
the
it?
Pro.
When did you buy it? So I can tell you that I beat you. When did you buy it?
The day it came out.
Oh,
I bought mine the day. It came out.
Oh, I
And
did too.
Did you?
see, now here's the thing though.
better
I
compare
took the day
receipts.
off. And I meant to go buy it at midnight from one of our stores that opens 24 hours. I meant to buy it at midnight, but I fell asleep. And but when I woke up the next morning at like 7 in the morning, then I got up and bought it.
Oh. Well, maybe because you did buy it before me, because I got mine like 12 o'clock that afternoon, something like that.
Where you at? Where you at, Money? And where you at?
In Cincinnati.
So y'all probably, now Cincinnati is one of them weird ass states. Oh no, Cincinnati. I know parts of Ohio is on Eastern time and parts of it is on Central time.
Yeah, we're on Eastern time. We're on Eastern time.
Okay, then we on Eastern time too. So yeah, I had you beat by a few hours.
Yeah, I got that thing. But you know what? I do understand the concerns of people that didn't want to be early adopters. Because the thing was, like, when they went up, when they announced, I don't know. I was just about to say we all can agree, but I don't think JayTech gonna agree with this. When they came out, when they announced the PlayStation Pro, I think they messed that announcement up, and that's just me.
They did.
Yeah.
They messed it up.
Okay. I thought you was going to disagree with that.
My thing was I was trying to decide whether to get the Pro or the VR. I decided, because of my eyes, I decided to get the Pro, right? I did have a dream last night. I was playing a game in VR. I forgot what the game was, but I don't have dreams about games or dreams about things unless I'm about to do it. I think the VR might get a price cut to the point that even I'm going to buy it. But that's just that. But I think that the VR and the Pro should have been spread a little bit farther apart. I don't know why Sony had them come out right next to each other. I think that was really
that was right there. That really made me upset because I wanted them both, man.
And I had the Pro at E3 that year instead of at a separate.
I paid for them both because I bought the Pro day one, and I bought the PlayStation VR. I think 1 day after it released because my son wanted it for Christmas. And I knew it was going to happen. I don't care what it is. When something first launches, it's always hard to get it. It's always sold out somewhere. So I bought it, and I bought the $500 bundle with the Move controllers because that was, a Christmas present for my son. So yes, I dropped that dough. I dropped $900. But and then here was the crazy part about it. I didn't want to get caught up paying a bunch of money at once. So it was like, as soon as Sony announced the PlayStation Pro, I believe that weekend I went out and bought a 4K TV. I bought a 55-inch 4K TV, and then I was like, no, fuck that. And I took it back and went and got a 65-inch 4K TV. Because when the PlayStation Pro released, I didn't want to get caught having to pay $400 for the console and then go drop $1,000 for the TV. I wanted the TV out of the way when the console released. Yeah. So yes, Sony has gotten a lot of my money.
I see that.
Hey man, I got caught in a similar thing. See, I had a TV already. I don't have a 4K TV. I'm still working up to get that. But that's what had made me, man, when they announced that, man, I was like, fuck. I'm glad my girl ain't here. I had to dip in a little bit to next month's rent just to get the motherfucking the VR thing. And then the crazy thing is that, I end up trading it back, and you barely get shit when you trade shit in. I was mad.
You should have hung on to that big money. I know in the beginning a lot of people was hollering about the motion sickness and that kind of stuff, but it was in its infancy, man. Developers was going to get better, and then not only that, you needed to play it to build up a tolerance for it.
Yeah,
here we are coming up on probably the biggest moment in PlayStation VR history in like a little over 24 hours, man. Blood and Truth is going to be huge.
Yeah, that guy, you know what, man? You're right about you're absolutely right about that, man. It's just that I don't know what it is, man, because I don't know, when you got this certain thing when you a man, bro, you be like, it's whatever. And I thought I had the strongest fucking stomach this side of the Mississippi. Man, I'm telling you, man, that shit right there, that had me on my knees. I've never experienced anything like that ever in my life, man. Yeah, I had went to my family doctor, man. I thought something was wrong with that shit. And he was laughing at me. He was like, man, that wasn't nothing but that damn VR you said you got. I was like, man, that shit was
and the thing about it is, you could have avoided it, man. Now, don't get me wrong. When I got that VR, man, it was fucking me up. And I nearly sold it, because that game rigs, man, it was like looking out of an airplane window, man, and seeing the mountains below you and shit like that. And I was damn near about to throw up. And I was about to sell it, man, but I stumbled across a couple of videos where people were saying, drink ginger ale, aim in smaller doses, take breaks, all that kind of stuff. So like the ginger ale works wonders, man. I drink that ginger ale every time I play, and and you won't get motion sick if you drink ginger ale before you play it. And that's going to help get you through until you get your VR legs under you, and then you don't need it anymore. So that
was the thing. And I didn't take none of that, man, because I thought I can do it. I had this arrogance in me that I was like, man, I can do this shit, man. I've never sweat like I
did too,
man. That fucking thing, man.
No,
I swear to God, man, I thought I was dying. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Now check this double whammy out. Now, Resident Evil made me sick and it scared the shit out of me. So that was a double.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy right there. But like I said, Lincoln, like I said before, man, even though that thing, man, I have never, like a lot of shit that we have did far as technology, it's not too many things in my lifespan that actually fuck me. That blew me the fuck away. When I put that fucking thing on, man, that shit blew my mind. Cause you know how every time you hear shit that's on belief, like this shit is gonna make you think that you in another world. Mm-hmm. Your mind really believes that you are in another fucking world. And your body, like, motherfucker, no, we're not under the water. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That's where, man, it is.
That's what I try to explain to people.
In this year right here, not only for PlayStation VR, but VR in general, 2019 is by far going to be the biggest year for VR as a whole. And I'll try to condense it, but we already had the Oculus Quest and the Oculus Rift released last week. Vader Immortal came out on the Quest and is due to come out on the Rift sometime soon. There's a bunch of other games coming, And then we just had, everybody's golf, which I love that game because it didn't have a multiplayer in it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I love that game, man. That game is crack. If you love to play golf, then you got to get everybody's golf. Then we had to update the firewall. And then on Tuesday, as I said, we got Blood and Truth, and we also got Five Nights at Freddy's in VR coming out, which from what I'm hearing, man, a lot of kids are looking forward to that. So that push VR also. And then we still got some other heavy hitters coming up this year. We got
Iron
Man in VR coming up, and we still got No Man's Sky in VR coming up. So
that's
19 is huge for VR. So what I'm saying, Money, when you see all this shit flying around, especially watching my channel, all the shit that I do, because I don't do anything but VR streams when it comes to game streams. I don't even really play flat screen games anymore. I think I think between Iron Man and Blood and Truth, I think those might be the two games that's gonna make you say, all right, I gotta go back and get another one.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing too, man. I'm thinking the same thing too, because that's why I was thinking, Lincoln, like this E3, man, would be a great time for Sony to really double down. I know they already doubling down on VR, but for them to put in everybody, the speech that you just gave, imagine some Sony executive giving that same speech somewhere at E3, man. And I really think people will have a second thought. It will even make people that took the VR back, like me, make me want to go get it again off of hearing something like that, man, because of the things that you just said and the shit that's coming out, man, because I think that far as like physically, I've got over that fear of that. Now that I'm a little more prepared with people like you giving me the advice about, hey man, do this or take some ginger ale, then heading, because I think a lot of people like me just went head forward and said, man, my stomach's strong as fuck. I'm a man. I can take this shit. No, I'm not. I turned into a little bitch when I got that shit. I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this no more.
Yeah,
but yeah, man, I think this is the best time to do that.
And I will say that, I'm definitely for the growth of VR. I've been, pushing. Sony should have paid me for all the work I put in for them. All the non.
No, Lincoln. To tell you the truth, bro, you're like, if you go look at all the VR channels out there, there's not too many. You in a very small club of constantly selling people on VR.
Can I be a
I don't
part of that
see
club?
too many VR channels out there that's constantly selling you on it. Like that's a real, now that's niche right there. When you go, it's hard to go find a VR channel that's constantly selling VR minute after minute. You can't find people like that. It's this one dude I know, I forgot his name. I look at him a lot. He constantly do it, but I said the window is so small with that if Sony is trying to really push VR, Sony really needs to look at people like you and your channel and bring them in that's trying to sell it every day, because they don't need somebody to sell it every month. They need somebody that can sell it every day. And I think that's what you and that other guy does on your channel.
I definitely appreciate that, Money. And I think, in closing with, I don't want to talk people's ears off about VR, but in closing, I do want to say for everybody on this panel and everybody in the chat that's watching this, think to yourself what your favorite game is. I don't care what it is. Why wouldn't you want to take your experience to the next level and actually be inside that game? So if you're a person that loves racing games, why wouldn't you want to actually be sitting inside the car?
That's my problem. A lot of people that don't want to try it come up with these lame excuses. It's really the next step, like you're mentioning, man. It truly is.
It really is. That's why I can't.
And here's the crazy part about it. If you're a person that loves first-person shooter games, because people who love first-person shooter games, each time the next iteration of your favorite game comes out, they want more and more realism, and they want the game to be more and more immersive. It doesn't get any more immersive than VR. So if you're a person that loves Call of Duty or something like that, why wouldn't you want to play something like that in VR and actually be on that battlefield and experience the closest thing to being on a real battlefield without actually getting killed?
Yeah.
Or even something like dropping out of like an airship, man. It's just
they got games, and that's why I think VR has such a high attach rate. I think VR has a higher attach rate than the PS4, the Xbox, Nintendo, all of them, because there's so many different experiences. You feel like jumping out of a plane today? There's a game for you. You feel like flying a plane today? There's a game for you. You feel like being on a submarine? There's a game for you. You know, you feel like exploring the ocean floor? There's a game for you. You know, no matter what you want to experience, there's a game out there for you. And because of that, people have a shit ton of VR games in a huge backlog. I'd say VR people got the biggest backlog of anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of games.
That's great. Yeah. Because this one guy was talking to me about one day. He's like, man, just imagine, like, he said you a big fan of Uncharted, right? He said, imagine if they came out with an Uncharted game where you could play alongside Nathan Drake. When you look to your right, there he is, asking you to come help him do this. And I was like, man, because it really makes sense, man. VR, that's why I want you to look at that thing called Ready Player One, man, because once they can get to that formula, that VR is going to take over the world, man. It's going to take over the world. Once they get to that formula, it's over.
But one of the biggest reasons why VR is never going to die is because it's always on stage when it comes to these electronic players. When people want to show how far we've advanced technologically, it's always virtual reality that they use to demonstrate it. Whether it's these augmented reality glasses, whether it might be some holographic shit that might be in a watch, whatever the case may be, virtual reality is always connected to the advance of technology.
Mm-hmm.
So in that aspect, it's never going to die. And me, myself, I feel so fortunate because I'm 52 years old. And as you know, and growing up as a kid, just about every game that I've ever played that was like some of my favorites, I always wondered what it be like to actually be inside these games. Because before virtual reality came along, if you like first-person shooter games, your best way to experience it was to go out in the forest and play paintball and shit. Now you ain't got to leave your home to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm fortunate to be able to see this, even if VR is still somewhat in this infancy. At least I got to experience it, so I consider myself fortunate.
Yeah.
Okay, we have an announcement. This is coming from Tim Dog. Mike Ellis joined Sony Santa Monica. He is a design manager that worked with Sony Interactive Entertainment Liverpool, Crystal Dynamics, 343 Industries, and Insomniac Games. And he has joined Sony Santa Monica. So clearly they're going to get ready to work on their next game. I also saw Corey Barlow joking about it, but still very serious by leaving a link to some new job openings. So I definitely think they're getting ready for the PS5.
That is true. However, I have joined the podcast.
My boy Yellow's in here.
What's going on, guys?
Bro.
What's up, man?
come on,
We're
Yellow.
waiting for Yellow to get in here. 80 years, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys,
The Yellow
girls,
premiere.
children of all ages, we have, a special guest live here in the PlayStation Legion podcast. Yellow, the light-skinned fellow that's always down to be on another level. I've always told Jay that I was going to come in here and bless him with an introduction, but a slight one time for the mind, 2 time for the grind. I will be joining you motherfuckers every Sunday for the live stream. Back to you, Jay.
You gotta turn your fucking mic up, bro.
I like that. I like that.
Good shit.
I like that.
My boy
man.
Yellow.
Hey, that shit sounded right off of the radio or some shit, man.
I know.
I like that, yo.
We're gonna
Appreciate
capture that damn intro, bro. I'm capturing that intro.
Yeah, that was good. That was good, man. That was
MPD.
good right there.
We didn't talk about that. Days Gone got number 2 in the United States for the sales, right behind Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
What are your thoughts?
Well deserved. That game
Well
was hated
deserved.
on. That game was hated on too much. Like I've told you plenty of times before, man, that game just needed polishing.
Mhm.
And the only flaw that I had was the fluidity. Other than that, beautiful game, lengthy game, for the hard money spent of earned income. It was well played. Good job in studio.
Great job.
Mhm.
Um, I believe that they should give us a sales um, update when they're ready to give us that new game plus update that's coming out in June. And June is upon us, real close. Yeah. So
Hey
that
man,
would
I
be good.
said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. I think this was a very big win for the gamers because this is the first time in a long time where they looked at the critics and said, "Fuck you, I'm buying this game. I don't care what you say, I'm buying this game." And they did it all over the world. I am so surprised,
hmm
really surprised that they did that, man.
A
I,
lot
The
of
I really
Metacritic
gamers.
hope
score
this
actually
is the
dropped, I think.
beginning and start of something. I really hope this is the start of gamers taking back gamers, really hardcore gamers, because we kind of let gaming go. It's not too many people that's out there fighting for gaming like a hardcore gamer. And it's time for us to take it back. And I think it's starting to show everywhere. Like, man, we're not listening to that shit you talking about no more. I'm going to get this game.
Facts.
hmm
Well, I'd
Yeah.
have to say, considering the outcome of the Days Gone situation, I
Hmm.
found Mass Effect on sale, so I'm willing to give Mass Effect Andromeda
I think
my time.
Days Gone Metacritic score has came down. A new person has reviewed it. It's sitting at a 71 now.
I mean,
What?
it can sit at a 60 because at the end of the day, when
Exactly.
men lie, women
Exactly.
lie, numbers don't lie. And truthfully, the
Yeah,
game
Exactly.
numbers.
user score does not lie, man.
Yeah,
It does
The
not.
people have spoken. The people have spoken. And the more and more people look up that 71 or 72, whatever that number is going to be, I think that's going to be more people saying, man, I'm not listening to that shit.
straight
Give me
up.
this game. That's all it's going to do.
Yep.
hmm I
After,
hope
I
that
think,
going forward,
go ahead.
Sony does not listen to critics, don't listen to haters, don't listen to trolls. They did listen to them last gen. Uh, whether it was a game like what is that? White Knight Chronicles, uh,
Hmm.
Warhawk, Starhawk, PlayStation All Stars, Resistance, uh, Killzone. I mean,
Yeah.
you can list a lot of games where they clearly listen to the critics and the haters, and they put those games on a back shelf. And I don't
Yeah.
know why. Ape Escape, don't know where that's at. That's their game,
That's
you
classic.
know? Yeah,
That's
I
fucking
don't know
classic.
why you haven't brought it back. There's always going to be a generation of gamers that are kids, and there's a lot of games that you could have brought back. Sly Cooper, where is it? You get what I'm saying? This gen, we only
Mhm.
got out of those iconic, more colorful characters. We only got Ratchet and Clank, and it was only one Ratchet and Clank. Yes, we got HD remasters for Jack and Dexter and shit like that, but I'm talking about brand new games of these characters we grew up with. We only got one. That's it. Crash Bandicoot counts in a way, but it was multiplat eventually. But let's say we got one or two. You know, thanks to Sony pushing
You
it.
got Bubsy.
You're getting deleted.
That's not. That's not. No.
No, don't do that.
The happy orange creature, once upon a time.
Hey man, you know what? You know when you mention those games, Jay, you know what that brings me to? Like, man, if y'all just think about how many times those games like Crash and stuff, how many times Sony could have had the rights to.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's so many games they could have had the rights to if they would have just took the chance.
But what's funny about the Crash situation, learning about it, is that it was always Universal's IP. They was just lending it to Sony, and Sony didn't. Well, Naughty Dog didn't feel like making another game out after the trilogy. They made the party game for Crash Bandicoot. They made Crash Bandicoot Go Karts. But after that, they was like, we don't want to milk this shit no more. We want to move on to something new. And I think that was awesome. But even if Naughty Dog didn't want to do it, yeah, you're right. Sony should have brought that IP
Yeah, they
if
could
they
have.
had
I think they
money.
could have.
But I don't think they had the money with the PlayStation 1 generation. I don't think they had, the capital. They were brand new. They were brand new. It was only the PS1 out. I mean, after the generation of the PS2, they had tons of capital. They had tons of money. They had a lot of respect. But I don't think they would ever been able to afford buying that IP off of Universal, especially saying that Universal wanted to milk that character anyway. Universal wanted to a lot of other people to make Crash Bandicoot way before Activision got his hands on it. So that was their intention. Universal Studios wanted to make money off of that character. And eventually they did, but then it got milked and they had to retire that shit.
Sounds something similar to Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's Creed getting milked?
Fuck yeah.
They ain't never
form in the beginning stages of that game. They milked the fuck out that franchise.
They did.
Yep.
They did, bro. That's why I was so relieved when they came out with Watch Dogs and Watch Dogs 1. Did a damn good job with that. What's that other game we like? Division?
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Like, I gotta give Ubisoft some credit, even though I'm not a big fan of them putting all these microtransactions. They have been doing good. They're not like the best, but they've been doing good as far as being one of the big AAA developers, third-party developers, but also putting out different games. Activision, they're really just known for Call of Duty at this point. They don't put out skating games. They don't put out boxing games. They don't put out anything that we really grew up loving them for. Right now, it's just Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Wasn't it Destiny? But that's not happening no more. They can't own that. They can't claim.
I think Destiny's going to do better considering they fucking parted ways with Activision.
Oh, yeah. I know it will.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. I wish a lot of studios can do that, man. But hey, man, I thought it wasn't nothing out there to make a game, and that shit costs money. I think Bungie, they was in a rare position where they was like, I think they just got tired of fucking them with these publishers, man. Because Microsoft fucked them off. Now it seems like what's name fucked them off. And it's very rare that you see them buy themselves out their contract. It's very rare you see a studio buy it because they depend on these publishers to pay that money. Mm-hmm. And these publishers know that. They know that it's just like a bank. Eventually, motherfucker, you're gonna have to come see me. That's what they say. Eventually, you're gonna have to come see me. You're going to have to, because I have the money. You don't got the money. But I'm glad that they did that, man. I wish more studios could have that type of capital, type of money to put up where they can save up to buy themselves out of these fucked up contracts. Because it's fucking up the industry. This is nothing but greed. This generation ain't been nothing but greed.
Yep, and that comes from suits and ties, brother. Suits and fucking ties.
Exactly. They fuck up gaming. Now, hey, I've said plenty times before on the roundtable, man, if you go back 20, 30 years, you couldn't go on Wall Street and tell them, hey, man, in about 10 years, gaming is going to be the top entertainment, and they would have laughed you out the fucking office. Get the fuck out of here. But now, man, how many fucking times have a video game or a studio or a company been mentioned in the Wall Street Journal? Come on. They don't fuck with nothing but money in that magazine. I can't believe it myself how far gaming has gotten. And it's only gonna rise higher, man. But the more it rises, the more greedier these motherfuckers get. So it's crazy, man. I was telling the motherfucker the other day, I'm sorry, Jay. I was just telling the motherfucker the other day, man, like, I heard a motherfucker playing the musical of God of War in his car. Gaming is making so much money from all different revenues. Like, I've never seen the type of money these soundtracks are making from these fucking video games. That shit passed the movie soundtracks. That shit is incredible. Like, God, man, I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
Okay, Jay. I wanted to talk about Where the fuck is Adam? Okay, that's what we're gonna talk about. We only pay this guy a penny, so we can't really expect him to be for every podcast. We're broke over here. What the hell is this? Purple limited edition Xbox One. What's this about? I'm hearing that it's going to come with 1 month of Xbox Live Gold. It's going to have a purple and black character model for Fortnite, a purple controller, a purple console, a purple box. It's also going to come with I think the full game of Fortnite, or I'm not sure if it's the full game of Fortnite or Battle Royale. I'm not really sure, but and it's an Xbox One S. And it's not the one that doesn't have a disk drive. So Microsoft's pretty much gearing up for Sony's response with their what is it, days of play that I think they're going to announce this week. And maybe this PS4 clearly looks like it's so cheaply designed, it should definitely be $200. People would go crazy for that. I don't know, man. I don't know, because they announced this like a week or two ago. And normally they announce the state of play right next to when it's about to happen. And this time they didn't do this. So what's your thoughts? You think that this cheap design of a PS4 Slim should definitely be $200? A year has passed since they did the last one, and the value is a little lower with the PS5 already being out there.
That's what I think of that.
That's what I think. I mean, put this shit out at 200. Break some records.
Yeah, I agree. I think the more information that comes out about the PS5, I think the harder it is, it might be to sell the PS4.
Exactly.
To people, especially at $300. And then at this stage of the generation, the hardcore people that want a PS4 already have one. So there's nobody left to sell one to except casual gamers. And when it comes to casual gamers, price is the first thing they look at.
Mm-hmm.
So 200 is a lot more tempting than 300.
Yeah, so I think they should definitely bring this out at 200. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is not going to sell for 250. It will sell for 250, but it will sell faster at 200. Definitely put this out. I mean, there's nothing special about this one. It has the PlayStation triangle, circle, X, square. It looks like it's a steel color, and that's about it. It's a Slim. The value of the PS4 Slim is a lot less than a Pro, especially in 2019. So I don't think Sony should get the pricing wrong on that. I think they should be smart about it. Put it out at $200. Yes, it's gonna go fast, but if you made enough units, it should go fast. Also, every other Slim should also be marked down for $200 for the 2 weeks of state of play. That'll definitely do some shit.
At this stage in the generation, I think if you wanted those PS4s to sell like it did when it was at its peak, one thing they could do that might piss some people off, but I know it would make some fly off the shelf if they were to run another batch of those translucent PS4s through.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
I wanted one, but I didn't want to drop the $500 for it.
But what if listen to
that
this,
so damn quick?
announce a 100 million sold PS4 limited edition?
They very well could do that, and I think they will.
Yeah, they're about to get to that milestone. I wanted to talk to everybody about Cold Vein. These are some, we got some games that will sell the PS4 during the next couple of months. Cold Vein has a beta. I'm not sure if I've been invited yet. I'm going to find out soon, I guess. Neo has a beta. That game could be a system seller. A lot of people like Sekiro. Sekiro was on PC and on Xbox. Neo is probably going to be on PS4 for a few months, and then it's going to go to PC. I don't see Neo going to Xbox, but I could be surprised. Cold Vein is like, Dark Souls, but it's more of an anime style.
Vampire.
Yeah, vampire. You can make your own character. Very deep character customization. Co-op. So I definitely believe it's going to do good. That game's coming out on PS4, Xbox, and PC. clearly it's going to sell better on PlayStation. Just running through a little bit of this stuff.
I mean, you know what? You know what surprised me about this generation, y'all?
Mm.
To me, this is the first generation where I've seen, man, people have gotten multiple SKUs of the same console. Cause I've had two regular PS4s and I got a PS4 Pro. Like that shit is crazy. I was listening to somebody saying something like, well, my friend Diver, he said he got a PlayStation 4 in his front room. Sick too. Sick got a PlayStation 4 for himself, a one in his living room, run for his son. That shit is crazy to me. I've never witnessed a generation where we bought multiple SKUs of the same console. Like that shit is just.
Well, I mean,
I've never
a lot
witnessed
of
that like that.
gamers are getting older, or families are getting bigger, and the gamers, I mean, our kids, they're getting older. So I don't see a reason why not give a kid a PS4. You can make sure they play the right games, and if it's affordable, I don't see a problem with it. I don't know if I agree of buying a $300 system just for the kid to play it. That's a lot. That's a big responsibility. But if the system is, again, older, it's an older system, which is the PS4 right now, you can pass that down. I don't see no damn problem with that. As long as the kid is like, I don't know, anywhere between 8 and on up. I know I started playing I really started to get into gaming at 8. 8 was the age that I really heavily got into gaming.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like when I was younger, can you remember your dad coming down and playing? See, when I was younger, the dads of my era, they came down to play with their son because, hey, that's my son. I'm finna come mess with him for a little while and play his game. But now you are right. The father and the son are like on the same page.
On the same level, yeah.
On the same fucking level, man. The shit is just crazy. Now women, like gaming is something else, man.
It's transformed on a whole nother level. And speaking of whole other level, I want to talk to you guys about the power of dreams.
Jesus Christ.
I knew it was coming soon.
It's going to happen. Shut the fuck up. Listen to the power. Okay, so we got to give a big shout out to Dreams. Getting a 9.5 from Game Informer. This review will not change. I don't think it ever can go lower. They understood what Dreams was about, and I think they got my respect. I also look back. They did give Days Gone a 7 point something, right? 7.6. And give them respect on that too. At least they didn't give it a 5 like GameSpot or IGN. So good review for early access game.
Fraudulent. It was paid. It was a paid review.
Hey, you cut that out.
All right. The power of
Hey man, every time I turn my PS4 on, Yellow, JayTech is playing Dreams. I be like, oh my
every day.
God, this dude just keep playing this game. Like, Lord,
he's a lot.
Does he spam you with pictures?
Yeah.
Jesus
yes, he do. He sent me a picture the other day.
I get one like every day, whether it's on my cell phone or my PlayStation.
I said, "Oh my God!" I sent him a text telling him like, "Man, I had a dream of you playing Dreams." That shit is crazy, bro. Like he plays that shit all the time.
I want to say another thing, right? Now, these are some pictures I took in DC months ago when Fallout 76. Do you think Microsoft's still gonna pay money to third-party developers to get exclusive content or like third-party exclusive? I mean, them. I don't know how much it will benefit them because their gamers don't seem to care. But I just wanted to show you guys these pictures from DC when Microsoft thought it was a smart idea to get behind Fallout 76. They thought Fallout 76 was going to sell very, very, very good. So what are your thoughts on Microsoft knowing if a game is good? Because to them, they don't really know if a game is good. It's like they're trying to get any promotion.
Man, I'm gonna put it to you like this, Jay. And this is coming from somebody who used to be a heavy Xbox fan. I still am an Xbox fan. It's just they lost the fire in their eyes. You know what I'm saying? They lost the passion. and I would have to say hopefully they can get that back because it's better for us all as a gamer. It's subjectively, but at the end of the day, when they got more controls than they got exclusives, I mean that comment is kind of irrelevant.
Mm. Yeah,
Yeah, that's terrible.
yeah, it is.
I
I mean,
just
I'm
think
hearing a lot of rumors of them doing some good deals. Dino Crisis, they're gonna bring that back on their stage. I'm
But
I'm
again,
getting a lot.
they're bringing it back on their stage, but to the masses of common sense, they know that's going to be a multi-plat.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So, like I said, bro, I'm not hating Microsoft by any means. You know what I'm saying? It's just me personally. I think they lost their true passion of what made the 360 relevant. Point blank. Period.
yeah.
This is the power of dreams. That's all I want to say.
So what?
The power of dreams.
Them dreams.
Do you know what that is?
What is that?
Sell that to you.
Hey man, that's that same picture he sent me. That's that picture you sent me.
Come on. You ain't supposed to say that.
Hey Jay, did you see this? I don't know if you know about this, but this came out with Inside Gaming. It said something about Trump wants 25% gaming tax.
Mm-hmm. We were going to talk about that. That's on the topic, and I think that's
okay.
Well, yeah. I think Jay doesn't want to talk about it that much because he is a Trump supporter.
Oh, cut that!
Shit. Make gaming great again.
Look, a lot of people don't like talking about Trump, especially if you're a gamer and you run a gaming channel. That's not what you want to talk about, right? But eventually, he was going to do some dumb shit that would impact us. He was going to do it either way, whether it was going to be this direct or he fucked up the country enough that we were put in another recession or worse, another depression. So he was always going to fuck gamers over. Eventually. Every bad decision he made was going to affect us eventually. You know, has this happened yet? No. Have we been affected yet? No. By the time he leaves office, we will. I think we all remember what happened with George Bush. By the time he left office, what happened with our country? Yeah, our country got fucked by him and his fucked up decisions. So, again, he's making bad decisions a lot. Okay. We're not going to pay that shit for probably about another 2-3 years, maybe at the most.
What am I supposed to do?
So,
I don't have the scanner thing.
I don't know what scanner thing you're looking for, but I'm looking for the scanner of dreams.
Yeah, I can kill you for it.
So what's going on? So do you think that we should be worried right now? I mean, I am worried, but not right now. I know how this stuff pans out. I know that eventually in a
listen to me.
we're gonna be picked over by this.
If you guys don't listen to me.
Anytime politics. That's why I was just saying that about the greed. Like I said, you couldn't go 20 years in any office on Wall Street and talk about gaming. Everybody want a piece of the pie now. That gaming is making so much fucking money right now. You can see right now, even the White House is trying to get in on it. Like, that's bad when you start to see your country want to put a tax on you playing video games.
Okay,
it's
so
really getting bad.
It is confirmed that game consoles are included in the USTR's official document. Proposed products for Trump's extra 25% tax. That's going to fuck us over.
Yeah, it is.
And this is from goods imported from China. There are a lot of games imported from China. Even when you talk about Japanese consoles like PS4, they might have Chinese parts in it. A lot of things are made in China.
I'm not good boy by doing this.
Okay, who's talking loud? Who's
yeah,
my son. I'm about to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So look, we know this all growing up. Yellow, you know it. Big Money, you know, I know it. Going to a dollar store. I remember like it was yesterday, looking at the bottom of a toy, seeing made of China. I didn't give a fuck. I just know I kept seeing it a lot with all the toys that I got. Everything made in China. Okay. That was when we were kids. Now think about it now. We're grown ass men. We know everything is made in China. This does not only affect games. People need to wake it the fuck up. This affects everything in our daily lives. But don't let me tell you. You'll see it soon enough. Look, I've gone down on my game purchases because PS5 is coming out next year. So I'm buying like a game here, a game there. My backlog, I'm sharing playing with I'm game sharing with Sam, Boca Loca. So, I'm cutting down on this shit. It won't fuck me over that much, hopefully. But if I believe a game is not good, and most of the time it's probably will fall into a third party multi-platform game, I won't buy it. I will wait as long as I need to buy that game. I'm not going to be buying every fucking thing that is put out at the end of this gen. I'm not doing it because there's a lot of games that came out this whole gen that are about to be super cheap for all these PlayStation Store sales, and that's what I'm about to hop on. All these games I'm about to buy all of them.
The thing that scares me about that is that every time something like this happens, one person can't come in and try to pick a little penny out of the batch. Then it's going to be somebody else that comes in and want to pick a penny. I just don't want this to be a habit where something makes money. Then the next thing you know, all these governments are coming in to tax us for every little thing. First, he put this 25% tax in. When the next president come in, they're going to find some other way to tax us on gaming. I just hate that when they see greed like this.
I'm going to be honest, man. I don't believe Obama targeted gaming. Okay? I don't know about Bill, but I was an adult when Obama got in there. I don't think I ever saw any announcements of him targeting gaming. We understand people hate Obama. They hated him when he was in there. They hated him before he got in there. We would have knew if he did some shit like this.
No. I ain't talking about the last president. I'm talking about the next one after Trump.
We can only hope that we get a good president. We can only hope that the rest of Americans in this country do the right thing. After 2016, I can see some people are fucking gullible. Just like the people that were listening to Crap Gamer for the majority of this generation and all the stupid shit he was saying and end up looking stupid right now because they were completely wrong. But I hope, we all should hope, we all should pray we get a good president next time because anybody, I definitely believe anybody on the Democratic side should be better than them. Like, at least they're career politicians. I know people don't want to hear this shit, but let's be honest. At least they're more competent than him. Trump is not the smartest tool in the shed. And I think at this point, a fucking stuffed animal could run this country a lot better than him. I mean, just being honest.
Well, I hope it don't affect us. I don't know where it's going to affect us, even if they do put this little 25% tax in there. I hope it don't affect us in the way where games go up in price, where now they're $60 and then next thing you know, they like $67, $68.
But we know that the developers do that for a long time now. So a lot of the corporations and these huge businesses, EA, Ubisoft, the big AAA developers that do third-party games, they want this. This is what they wanted for a long time. Remember, they've been trying to get additional money via DLC and microtransactions for the last 4 years. So, of course, they want this. That's why none of them are stopping it. You don't see any developers saying, "Oh, Trump, you're doing a bad thing. Please stop." Nobody's saying that. Nobody's trying to stop them. Nobody's saying that this is bad. We're hearing about this from other gamers. We're not hearing about this from game developers because this benefits them.
Yeah.
Because at this point, if the taxes go up on the game, then they can raise the price of the game. So I do expect games to maybe be $70. Some games have already been higher than other games a lot of the time. They're not limited editions and they're not collector's editions. And they're sold for $70. There was like a Japanese game that was sold on store for $70. Had nothing special about it. $70 game. So.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man. I guess we gotta cross that road when we get to it, but it looks like something we can't stop. You know.
Yeah.
Any other topics? Any other questions anybody has?
Nope, I don't have any. I'm ready to game. sorry,
Yeah, I know.
sorry to make it sound like I'm trying to fly out the door, but I'm ready to get some gaming in.
Yeah, I know. Me too, man. I'm about to dive back into this Neo. I'm probably gonna hook up the capture card and
Bastard.
capture some gameplay.
How did you get in that, man?
Well, I'll be dipping in and out watching your stream, Jay, because my son is still on the computer playing Pavlov. So, my only option if I want to play games right now is to go in my bedroom and play on that raggedy ass Xbox One S, which ain't gonna happen.
Illegal.
That's hey, see what I mean, Booker? Look at that game, and he didn't even finish the first. Did you get the first one, Jay? Did you play the first one?
You barely played it.
Oh, you bought it.
Getting towards the end, bro. I am getting towards the end.
Okay.
I enjoyed it, man. I like those type of games. It's just I kind of like with what Demon Souls and Bloodborne with the customization, the characters and shit. It's kind of like it broke my immersion a little bit. Playing as a character that I couldn't create, but this time I believe for everybody, Neo 2 is going to be a very, very heavy game this year. If it comes out this year, everybody's going to play this shit. I mean, on the backs of Sekiro coming out right before this game is going to be huge.
So the question is, Jay, since you're so amped about it and so hyped about it,
oh shit,
is this the only reason that you're playing Neo 2 is because there's a black character?
No,
However,
there's not. Fuck you, Yellow. How about that?
Okay,
Go
I was just wondering.
Go eat some more gushers. How about that?
Fucking dick.
Okay, well, I guess break apart and get some gaming done, unlike some people. You guys want to start with your outros?
Yeah, I'll go first. Yo, what is good, everybody? It is your boy, Lincoln Clay, the godfather of gaming, the ageless, one down with the PlayStation Legion podcast. We had a great discussion today, and as always, I'm honored to be here, and we look to do it again next week.
Sure. Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Big Money. Let me thank Jay and them once again for welcoming me into the PlayStation Legion, man. Make sure y'all go check out everybody's content. Make sure you go check out Jay's content on Dreams because he play that shit all day, every day. I was telling people the other day, man, if PlayStation had a Bible, I do believe that JayTech will write the New Testament part in that Bible
about
because he's the main man on the PlayStation. But make sure y'all come check us out every Sunday at 2:00, man. Don't miss it. We had a great discussion today, and make sure you go check out everybody's content. I'm out of here. This is Big Money. Y'all have a nice day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Yellow, the light-skinned fella that's always down to be on another level. I don't really create too much goddamn content, but I come in here to talk that shit, speak facts. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, but that's all I'm going to say. Until next Sunday, tune in to the Receding Hairline channel of JayTech.
God damn it. Fucking bitch.
Yeah, your shit is getting worse.
He got that voice. He got that voice down pat.
You need bro, you gotta raise your volume, bro.
Yeah, your volume is real low.
Is that better, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
God damn.
Perfect. We're gonna have your so Yella has a new schedule, so it looks like Yella's gonna be here for a good amount of Sundays this summer, so that's awesome. Because we're not paying Adam enough. 1 penny isn't enough for him to live off of, so I'm gonna try to team up and help Adam out with at least 2 pennies. A year.
His marathoning days gone.
That'd be great day.
He is marathoning.
Progress.
Yeah, so he's about to beat
that motherfucker's eating hot tea. Well, eating hot tea, drinking hot tea, eating hot
he picks those bones clean on those games.
Okay, anybody else with the outro?
But Leather Tony, we out.
Okay, this is JaytechTV. Expect to see a live stream tonight and tomorrow. I'm probably going to be featuring Days Gone. I'm about to beat it. I cannot stream Neo, but if anybody wants me to post up gameplay, please let me know in the comment section here or on Twitter. I think everybody else is getting away with it, so I might as well try my hand.
Yeah, what's your go ahead and shout out your Twitter handle, Jay, so people can tell you not to post gameplay footage.
Okay, JaytechTV. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I hope everybody has a good Memorial Day weekend. Eat some good food and don't be like Yella.
Oh God.
Yeah. You get 85 every time you go to the barbershop. Just
Hey,
quick
question. While I was eating that steak and mac and cheese yesterday, what'd you want to eat?
Shut up, Yella.
I thought so.
Okay, bro. We're out of here, man. We're out of here. Let me find something to eat.
All right, man.
All right, y'all.